The following announcement has been paid for by the NCO. You're pretty good, but you're no Connor Oberst.
Hey gang, it's me, Fizz. I'm very sick, and I'm trying to get this video out today, even though that's probably not the best thing I could do for myself. Hey, let's run down the team. Scarf Volcanion, Swords Dance Hawlucha, Defensive Whimsicott, Dual Stab, Demons, P2P2, and Hawluchas with Expert Belt. He's modest because he can outspeed all the things that are not Crobat, and we don't really care about Mew. I'm sick as a review, conclusion statement, and we could probably just start the battle now. Sorry in advance. Alright, it's time to play the game. I'm gonna lead off with Hawluchas here. As he leads off with the Dragonite, and I get a little scared that he might be choice banned. So I switch out right away into Porygon 2. I copy this multi-scale. Oh, burpage. He switches out too. It's fine. Go for Magicoat here when his Mew is in, and it's gonna send back the Toxic. I didn't have a Cleric this week or anything that really wanted to take in a status, so I knew it was gonna happen. Figured if I'm gonna be Toxic, he should be Toxic too, so we do that. I figured that he might Toxic again, so go for Tri-Attack here, get some chip damage, and see if he's specially defensive or not. A little scouting play. I'm pretty confident that he's actually gonna stay in again. So here, I think I'm just gonna hit the Tri-Attack button again. Do a little bit of damage. You know, damage on Mew is important because Mew is a pain. You don't expect stuff to be based on hundreds to be that difficult to deal with, but sometimes Mew is just really difficult to deal with, man. It's just hard. So anyways, I have him switching out here, and I go for the recovery here. And you know, it's gonna bring me there. My Toxic's gonna bring me about there. I was pretty confident that he'd go for an offensive move since he saw the bounce back move. So I go into Whimsicott to take that offensive move, but he just sets up spikes. I'm like, dang. Should have P2'd him and put spikes on his side, but what are you gonna do? Go for Leech Seed, and it misses on the spat. I remember the first time we played, I was actually really worried about especially offensive Crobat, and he brought it here, and I have nothing for it really. I thought for sure he would U-turn, but he didn't. He went for Sludge Bomb, and I go into P2, Trace's Infiltrator. Now he's gonna Sludge Bomb here, and it's gonna do, you know, with Toxic, it's gonna do a lot. So I know I have to recover here. I know he's gonna go for it again, but after this recovery, it's kind of a toss-up whether I can take another one or not. But I think I gotta go for Ice Beam here, just in case and I do, and he switches out into Dragonite, which is great. Like, hey, all right, that's fortunate, man. So sorry, still under the weather. He goes for Superpower and kills the P2, and usually Superpower signifies to one that is a banded Dragonite, so I go into Mence, and instead of Dragon Dance in his face, right, it's like, alright, he was gonna switch out. No, he didn't. Dragon Claw, even with -1, it almost KOs. Like, how are you hitting that hard? And then I get scared of E-Speed. Oh man, this Dragonite, dude. I go into Volcanion. He also switches out. I just wish I'd stayed in with Mence, you know. He double switches, as I'm gonna go for the Fire Blast, but I miss, and that sucks. I'm not sure how much it would have done. I'm Scarfed this week, but you know, could have been a 2-hit KO actually. He goes for Dragon Claw, and I go into Whimsicott to be immune. And then I'm going to double into Volcanion to see what he's going to do. If it's like a poison move, fire move, ice move, switch out even. He crits me with Fire Punch, which is whatever. I get the HP Ice off, and I'm able to kill the Dragonite. It feels good. I don't like Dragonite. He's difficult. He's kind of a prick. He goes for Intimidate Crook here, and I know HP Ice is not going to cut it. So I'm going to switch out. Go into Hawlucha, try and take this like dark move that he's going to throw at me, maybe a knockoff. No, he sets up rocks. It's fine. He's going to switch out. And I'm going to set up a substitution on the switch. And I'm like, alright, I'm going to set up a Swords Dance here. Really didn't consider the roar until after I had clicked Swords Dance. And I'm like, oh shit, he's going to roar. Because I knew he was going to roar because it seemed like Sam had everything that he needed to have and everything kind of went his way. And actually, and on top of all of that, actually, he played super, super well. He rode me out into Mence, which killed Mence. It's fine. It wasn't going to do much anyways, but could have used it for fodder. Go into Hawluchas, and I go full switch out. One thing I learned from playing Sam is he doesn't like to offer up his ground types on stuff like that, even when it's super obvious, because I could be a psychopath and click a different move. So I go into Whims, and I'm going to try and do something to this thing. I gotta put some Leech Seed on it, man. Put some Leech Seed as he dazzling gleams me. I take it pretty good. I get leftovers, and then I'm going to get Leech Seed damage back. Sorry. Right. So, you know, actually looking pretty good after all that, and he doesn't want to exchange hands with me. He's just going to go into Crobat and take a Moonblast. I got nothing for Crobat here. As far as with Whimsicott goes, I'm like, well, I most certainly would like to have Whimsicott for laters. So, I'm going to switch out, go into Hawlucha, live the rocks damage, but die to the Sludge Bomb. Now, I can go right into Volcanion and the Scarfed. Aside from the Suicune, you know, it can do a lot of damage. So, I'm going to go for the Steam Eruption, and just hope I get the burn here. Suicune take no damage yet. It would have been cool if I would have gone into Hawluchas and bluffed the Scarf. But I didn't. Probably should have, in retrospect, watching this back. But, you know, you live, you learn, you get hugs. You finally, for the first time, I think, this season, we get a burn with Steam Eruption. So it does happen, confirmed. I had never seen it before. It does, in fact, indeed happen. Helio is in now. I have a sneaking suspicion that he does not stay in for Thunder move. So I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice in case he does bring in Crook this time. So I go for Hyper Voice. It does a lot to Klefki, even though it's not very effective. Clean up with Thunderbolt. Should have probably clicked Hyper Voice again, but I wanted to be sure I got the KO there. I'm going to Volt Switch on this Mew to kind of reset a little bit. Not that it really matters. This Volcanion is dead from spikes and rocks. That's sad. It's a sad day. He used Flamethrower, so I know that he has Flamethrower this time. Good to know. So now I can go back into my boy, who's gonna take damage from spikes and rocks. Go for the Hyper Voice here, and nope. Mew's hard. He takes out Hawluchas, and it feels really bad. The only thing I have left now at this point is Whimsicott, and I can't deal with Crobat. So, as you can see, your famed Atlanta Hawluchas, I'm gonna take a big time loss right here. Man, oh it's been a tough ride, and You know what? Tough ass division. Sam is a really good player, and I don't really look forward to playing Miguel either. It's gonna be a tough game. It most certainly will suck if I lose the second half of all of my division games after having won the first round. We're still in the wild card hunt though, so there's that. Anyways, hey, thanks for watching, you folks. Sorry there was less animation in my voice and style and less gusto. I'm sick and I don't like it, so I'm not even gonna go on. I'm just gonna say next week we play Miguel. I think we're 6-5 right now. A loss doesn't even eliminate us technically from the wild card, so it's a good chance we end up in playoffs. So, boys, girls, countrymen, mwah. Thanks for watching.